Welcome back today. Better Call Saul Season 3, Episode 1, Mabel. Now, thoughts on the last episode and the season are back there. I have not yet done the secret hidden whatever in Season 2, the episode list. The anagram where the letter spells something. I haven't done it yet because if it is something that's going to be revealed, I would rather it be revealed and then be like, oh, that's an Easter egg, than to find it out as a clue before it's on the screen, just in case it dampens the reaction. I mean, I glanced at it, like I tried to spell a few characters' names up and down, but I don't know if order matters, like if you can completely, Tom Riddle, Lord Voldemort it, wherever you want it to be. Also, I'm doing something a little different. I've been getting overheating issues on the computer lately. Like I've been idling at 75 Celsius and then it jumps up to like 90, 95 when I try to do too many things. So I'm going to stream the show and record my reaction to it. And then at a later time, I'm just going to screen capture the episode for the sake of editing. I think that might not only help with the overheating, but also help with there have been frame rate issues I've noticed when I go to drop the videos into the editor. Like sometimes it'll slow down and speed up. I mean, especially right now I'm trying to edit The Edge of Tomorrow and it's like it is so choppy, and it was probably because of the overheating. But I'm working on getting new paste for the processor and possibly a new heatsink to help out. So Chuck has that recording now, and is he gonna use it to get his client back, use it as leverage against Jimmy, take it to court, prosecute? What is he going to do with it? Also, in regards to that last episode, after I edited, I thought to myself, what if Chuck didn't tell Jimmy that the mom said his name as a way to spare him guilt? And then I thought, if I see a single comment that says, no, Chuck did that to spare Jimmy, to protect him, I'm so glad none of you all have commented anything like that. As petty as Chuck seems, I don't think he would do that for Jimmy. Like, try to protect him from feeling bad. I think he'd rather just deny him access to the information that the mother, called out his name. Anyway, I'm just really happy to be recording during the day. It's nice out, so the bird can be outside. It's nice and quiet. I can record. It's not early in the morning or late as hell at night, so I feel giddy, I feel weird, and perfect combination for the show. So here we go, Better Call Saul, Season 3, Episode 1, Mabel. Here we go. We haven't had a Cinnabon flashback since Season 2, right? Is it always the first episode of the season, or have there been a couple spread out? I wonder how much time this actually was, like a 1 hour lunch rush, or... Gene manager? Oh, is that supposed to be general manager? I'm sorry. Filming in public places is murder. I don't know how many extras people control. Do they close off wings of the mall and everyone there is an extra, There's always people gawking in the background or trying to bomb the picture or something. Oh, is he going to turn him in? He's going to jump in the photo booth. Is he going to turn him in? He should just drop the goods and walk, but he's not going to.
You see a guy in a corduroy coat go by? Nice job.
Say nothing, you understand? Get a lawyer!
I was wondering where this was all going. I was wondering, is this Jimmy or Saul trying to be completely on the straight and narrow and away from that life? That's why he turned the kid in.
Oh, yeah.
But then a little piece of him jumped out there. What the fuck just happened there? I gotta be worried about Jimmy in the past and Saul in the future. Did he mean to slap himself with the icing thing too? That was really...
So can I
that planted.
Tell Howard you're not quitting or retiring or whatever?
Jimmy, you do realize you just confessed to a felony?
I guess.
I think they started the second season like that too, with overlap on the previous one. Yeah, that's what he was looking for in the garage where all the old electronics were.
Yeah, well, whatever it was, he's over it now, all right? And by the way, you're welcome.
He used Howard to get Jimmy there, to make him confess in an apology. Edited by Skip McDonald. What a great editor name.
The Adventures of Mabel.
Hey.
She was reading that to her school kids the year the Titanic went down.
Damn. Always dirty.
Jimmy.
I liked her. She was
Jimmy. Don't think I'll ever forget what happened here today.
Just Chuck dropping a hammer on the moment.
And you will pay.
It's like, was Jimmy just trying to butter him up after the fact on all of this, or was he genuinely having an experience and recollection and just wanted to share the moment with his brother?
Well, your garden is part of your backyard, so it's automatically included in the property that goes to Jen.
I think you need to mention it by name in case some dirty judge decides to play tricks.
Okay, we can do that.
No, lady, you don't know what you're talking about.
Great. Can I,
We're almost done. I'll be with you in a minute.
Get out, Jimmy.
And mention my lily pond. It's in my garden.
Like the judge is gonna, like, give somebody the garden, but not the lily pond that's within the garden. Like, that's gonna be something for Jersey, you know, and everyone else is New York.
You are a superhero.
So how's Chuck?
Oh, crisis averted.
No, you won't.
Of course I will. Do the wills. They're my clients.
They're my clients. You and I aren't partners, remember? Once I take these people on, I can't just reassign them to you. Jesus, like, I need more on my plate.
You're about to lose Mesa Verde, let's be real.
For 10 minutes today, Chuck didn't hate me. I've forgotten what that felt like.
You do realize you just confessed to a felony?
Playing it for Howard.
I really wish you'd told me about these plans of yours before you went out and did it.
Oh, Howard was not in the loop. Interesting.
Chuck, this tape.
Because can you use a secret
Look, you
recording?
know evidentiary rules better than I do, but a secretly recorded tape with a problematic chain of evidence? Because I can't think of a single use for it.
I can.
Chuck, what? What is it, Chuck? If they wanted you dead, that would have been the bait to kill you. They wouldn't be staking you out still. Oh, I wasn't sure if he was setting back up for a different shot, a different angle, or what. Oh, he's checking for bugs. Got it. Are we trashing the car? Was it just a one-time? Oh no, he's looking for the bug. Okay. I feel like we're gonna have to find it as long as the scene has been. There's gotta be some payoff. Or they're just killing screen time. Damn, man, he's just going hard on this fucking car. Ugh, I hate ceiling tiles that have rot on them. You go to fucking move them and shit just crumbles and you get a face full of rust and asbestos and fucking rat shit. And then you gotta get up in there and do your electrical work. Inside the fuel cap? Kidding me. Goes back out to his car and unscrews the cap and there it is, right? I'm assuming that was a look of it's there, not a look of it wasn't, and... So that's probably what his other car, the one at the chop shop place, the yard, had that in there too, right? Yeah, so would that be, you know, Ignacio that did that? You know, we didn't really see anyone mess with trackers until, like, Hank, and so he knows he's being tracked, and he doesn't want them to know that he's pretending that he doesn't know to keep it in place.
Thank you for waiting so patiently. Who do we have next?
Captain.
I escorted you and your clients onto my base. Hey, who was hurt, huh? He wasn't in the war. Well, neither was Tom Cruise.
And look what Top Gun did for you.
That's the Navy. That's the Navy. He's in the Air Force. Or
I think we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
Same as always on a high horse, always trying to make me feel like I'm...
Yeah, this was not about Chuck.
How about this? I won't fly jet planes. You stay out of court. Does that sound good?
The wheel is gonna turn. It always does.
Are we using this as a foreshadow moment? Nothing else going to come of this. Next, we need the school teachers to come back and be mad at him too.
A lawyer you can trust my ass.
Thank you for your service.
Take the cap out, go on a little side mission, right? Usually he's meeting Nacho out in the middle of nowhere, but if he's the one who put the bug on there, now he's going to know that it's not in there.
3:30 in the morning.
The vet
Seriously?
guy, the tech.
You get me that?
Seeing that this is an after-hours house call, let's make it $1,000.
For a GPS tracker.
Did you get the rehearing moved up?
Yeah, those are 3 possible dates pending your and Kevin's schedule.
Wow.
You moved it up almost 3 weeks. I knew you were the right one for this.
Oh no, this is right when she gets an email with the recording or something, or a phone call. Gun show. Look at this, guys. Oh my god.
I mean, he's the one who can't even get the address right.
Yeah, that's... Wow. Actually, would you mind if I messenger that over tomorrow morning? First thing, I'd like to take one last look before we submit. Just double check a few things.
What is Kim playing at with that? Is this... No, Chuck wouldn't be... Okay, yeah. Chuck wouldn't be anywhere near a computer. Oh, the pixels, it hurts. You can actually see the red, yellow, blue, or cyan.
How's it coming in there?
Good.
It's so zoomed in, I can't even really tell what she's struggling with. Mrs. The punctuation, she can't make up her mind, like...
Half a rainbow? Don't you want to keep going till you do the whole thing?
No. If you're done, I'm done.
Think they're gonna miss it?
Wait till they see what's going up next.
A half a rainbow, is that symbolic of, you know, them? What? Kim, what is going on here?
You ready to hit it?
Sorry, I just need to check one thing.
Is she paranoid because of the error that happened with Chuck, that she has to triple, quadruple check things?
They didn't have Fuji apples, so I got you Honey Crisp. Hope that's all right.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Did you get the,
Yeah, I got them.
I'm still wondering if Chuck's gonna question Ernie. Like, you said Jimmy called, show me your call log, or... Batteries. Wow.
Yep.
Batteries aren't... They don't radiate anything. Like, you can touch a battery, dude. Like, Chuck's own static and own electrical currents and fields would be messing with him more than a not plugged in battery.
Would you mind changing the batteries?
Sure thing, Mr. McGill.
Don't play. Don't automatically start playing.
Change 1261 to 1216. It was me.
Turn that off!
Oh boy.
It all went
Turn it off!
exactly.
You did not hear that!
Sounds like he did. I was gonna tell Jimmy that Chuck has a secret tape.
As employees of Hamlin McGill, you and I are both bound by the strictures of client confidentiality.
So I'm not supposed to tell anyone?
That's right. No matter who.
Oh yeah.
If something were to happen to
yeah.
you because of this, I'd feel sick about it.
Oh, poor you, Chuck. You.
Said.
No. Or was this a test to see if he'd go to Jimmy? You know, like, that smirk! I don't trust him! Operating manual... Okay, the frequency tracker, okay. It's like a fish finder for frequencies. Mike is getting a little craftier than I would have thought he'd be, you know? Walter got into device territory, but he's working it.
With the Steve Ricketts program on KDSK 92.7 FM.
Thank you, Derek. Love those temperatures. It's almost right.
Okay, we've been recording for quite some time. I think you've got enough of a dummy loop available to trick whoever. That'll show 'em. Now whoever's tracking me better stop. Sat there all night, nothing happened. Ready for a jump scare or a loud crash. It's way too quiet. Gotcha, bitch. So he put his own in there so when they came to pick it up, he'd be able to track them. But I get it, he did a switcheroo to track him. Just the logistics of it, I'm kind of lost. Okay. That's the episode. Let's get to the outro. As Chuck plots his next move, another lie comes back to haunt Jimmy. A rattled Mike tries to find out who's been tracking his movements and how. Okay. Now, I feel like this episode did a good job of continuing on from season 2 while also kind of slowing down and setting the stage for things to come. Like, now we know that Ernie knows about the tape, but Chuck apparently wanted Ernie to know about the tape, so then that, by extension, he's hoping that Chuck knows why. You know, how deep is this plot of Chuck's? You know, how far ahead is he planning, and what's the end game? I feel like Kim has kind of taken a back seat towards the end of season 2, and even into this, so far, season 3. She had a few scenes. I couldn't really quite tell what was up. Her being hyper particular on the paperwork, if that was just that she didn't trust Jimmy being around it, or if she was just afraid of like Mesa Verde or whoever thinking of her like they do of Chuck, or is it some internal, you know, like she knows that Jimmy did the thing but also can't undo it, so she's just like blind eyeing it. It was interesting. We had another Cinnabon black and white flashback, and he like he was on his lunch break. He turned the kid in who was shoplifting, but then also outburst to get a lawyer, and you know, Mall Cop was pissy about it. But then he was back at the counter and seemingly, you know, collapsed. I don't know if that's setting up a medical condition that we're going to learn about, or some sort of stress. I don't really know. I feel like all damn episode Mike was just ripping up his car, or you know, yeah, Mike had a lot in this episode. He was ripping up his car. You know, well, first we went back to the don't shoot note. Then he was ripping up his car, trying to find out how. Saw the gas cap for sale and pieced it together, and boom. To hook him up with this transmitter / tracker, and you know, swapped out the caps so that they'd take the cap, and now he's gonna follow. I don't know. Like there was a lot here, but also not a lot actually happened. is kind of how I feel. But it is the beginning of the season. I'm just really curious what the hell Chuck is going to do with that recording, because even Howard was like, you know, we can't, this is, you know, inadmissible as evidence. It's a secret recording. You can't prove anything. Okay, so that's going to do it for me for now. Thank you all so much for being here. Glad to be back into Better Call Saul. And I think there's only going to be one episode this week. I don't know about next week yet. I still haven't I still haven't edited Edge of Tomorrow. There's a bunch of other stuff I need to record for the coming week, so we'll see where I get. Thanks again for being here. Hope you enjoyed, and goodbye.